What's up, everyone? This is Controller Cramps. Been a little while since I did a collection video. Wanted to kind of go over my original OG Xbox collection. It's very small right now. I'm missing many good titles. But it's something I just started kind of collecting, and I want to kind of document where I am right now for the future. See where I am maybe at the end of next year. I have a lot of good memories of the original Xbox. It was the console of choice for me back in the day. It was the one that I chose over the PS2. And had a lot of fun with it. So yeah, let's just get started here. It's a very small collection. I only have 83 games altogether. But yeah, let's start up here. This is the entire thing right here. And let's start with, got a few platinum hits. This one here is 007 Agent Under Fire. No, actually no, this is Everything or Nothing, I'm sorry. Then we have 50 Cent Bulletproof. Not a very good game. Blood in the Sands, though, is a very good 50 Cent game. So if you ever get a chance to play that, check it out. Then we have American Chopper. Also, I'm sorry for these stickers. I just haven't bothered cleaning these up yet since it's such a small collection. AMF Bowling 2004. Amped Snowboarding. Aquaman, very bad game. Batman Begins, have quite the history with this. It's a decent game, decent Batman game. The Arkham series kind of stole some of the moveset from this, and as far as I know, it's the first Batman game to have the sort of Arkham control scheme. I actually recommend this one if you like the Arkham games. It's not that bad. It's actually pretty good. We have Blinks the Time Sweeper, and this is a 3D platformer collectathon. BMX XXX, sort of a Tony Hawk type BMX game. We have Breakdown, which I believe is a first-person shooter. Yeah, first-person shooter, sort of survival horror type of game. Actually, not bad at all. I'd say that's a hidden gem. I loved these games back in the day. I used to play a lot of World War II games, and we have Brothers in Arms Earned in Blood, and then we have Brothers in Arms Road to Hill 30. These are very good games. If you haven't played them, check them out if you like World War II. That's a squad-based shooter. We have Burnout Revenge. Then we have Championship Bowling. Chase, Hollywood Stunt Driver. Chicago Enforcer, I believe this is another sort of shooter. Yeah, it's actually pretty bad. Corvette, it's not a bad racing game, it's actually pretty good. Here's the Platinum Hits version of Counter-Strike. We have Crimson Skies, it's a pretty decent flight combat type of game, arcade flight combat. And we have a very good game. This is the Chronicles of Riddick: Escape from Butcher Bay Platinum Hits Edition. Really good first-person shooter for the Xbox. Dance Dance Revolution, Ultra Mix 2. Dave Mirra Freestyle BMX 2. Dead or Alive 3. One of my favorites in the system, Destroy All Humans. They're remaking this. It looks really good. Can't wait for it to come out. Love the lead character's voice. He sounds just like Jack Nicholson. Deus Ex Invisible War. My favorite boxing series of all time, Fight Night 2004. This game actually brought me into the Xbox family. Actually, not the 2004 version. It was I think it was 2003. That's when I really started collecting for the Xbox and playing the games. I love this boxing series. I wish they would bring it back. I think they're focusing more on UFC now. But I love the boxing games. Bring it back, please. First to Fight. I don't know what this is. This looks like a squad-based shooter. Gladiator. I love the Roman-themed games. Gladiator, Sword of Vengeance. Here's the classic Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. Love this game. I'm very ashamed that I only have Halo 2 right now, but that will change eventually. There it is right there. I have a lot of fond memories of the first few Halo games. This is Harry Potter Quidditch World Cup. Very underrated game in my opinion. Indiana Jones and the Emperor's Tomb. It's a lot of fun. It's kind of a Tomb Raider type of game. Indigo Prophecy, if you are familiar with Quantic Dream, they just did Detroit Become Human. Heavy Rain, Beyond Two Souls. This was the first of those types of games, and it's really good. It's actually a very good game. Then we have Jade Empire, which is a BioWare RPG. You may be familiar with BioWare. A lot of fun, very underrated. Not sure why it's not talked about as much as it is. Alright, Judge Dredd. This looks like based on the comic. Looks like a first-person shooter, maybe. Have not played this yet. Series of Unfortunate Events, Lemony Snicket. Mace Griffin, Bounty Hunter. Did actually play this quite a bit back in the day. Matrix Path of Neo, if I remember correctly, it's actually not bad at all. It's actually pretty good. Next shelf down, we have Mech Assault. I had to put it up here so I could pull the games out. We have Medal of Honor Frontline. A very good game, Mercenaries, Playground of Destruction. This particular one right here, you go around blowing things up and getting money. It's fantastic. Mortal Kombat Shaolin Monks. If I remember correctly, this is... I'm not sure if this is one of the good games. Has like the good story mode. It may be. Not 100% on that though. It could be the terrible one. Then we have Nightcaster, something I just picked up. I think this is a... Yeah, it's an RPG. Then we have Oddworld, Munch's Odyssey, one of my favorites actually for the console. This is a 3D platformer, quite different than the side-scrolling, the original Oddworld games. You play as this little dude. It's a lot of fun. Outlaw Golf, 9 Holes of Xmas. When I saw this, I thought it was a rare game. I thought I had found a hidden gem or something. But yeah, it's pretty much worthless. Phantasy Star Online 1 and 2. Pirates of the Caribbean. Power Drone, which is like a Wipeout type of racer, futuristic racer. 2 Prince of Persia games. We got Sands of Time and The Two Thrones. Both of these are pretty decent. Project Gotham Racing, also pretty decent. Project Gotham Racing 2, Platinum Hits Edition. The Punisher, I think I played this back in the day. It's a THQ game. Yeah, I think I had fun with this actually back in the day. Now, Wolfenstein, of course, Return to Castle Wolfenstein. One of my favorite PC games of all time because of the multiplayer. The story is pretty good too, but I played the multiplayer for like 10 years. I mean, I played the multiplayer for like a ridiculous amount of time, like way past the expiration date. It's a lot of fun. I wish they would remaster the original PC version. The Xbox version is completely different. The multiplayer is not good at all, really. But the PC version is definitely one of my favorites. Actually, not a bad game at all. Rocky Legends is a good boxing game. It's quite fun. I was really into Rocky when this came out. And yeah, you get to replay some of those matches. It's a lot of fun. I'd say hidden gem, I think. Scarface, The World Is Yours takes place after the movie. If you've seen the movie, You know, he gets gunned down, but in this version he survives and retakes his territory. It's like an open world sort of GTA kind of game, but you star as Scarface, Al Pacino's character. Al Pacino did not do the voice for this, but the guy that was imitating him did a pretty decent job. Secret Weapons over Normandy. I believe that's LucasArts, yeah. I know back in the day there was, you know, in the 90s, there was Secret Weapons of the Luftwaffe or something like that. PC game I think I played. Sega GT 2002. Shell Shock NAM 67. Spider-Man 2, which I don't remember if it's a good game or not. I think it's pretty good. Yeah, I think this is actually not a bad one. Pretty decent web slinging there. Splashdown, it's like a wave race type of game. I got a bunch of Splinter Cell stuff here. We have Splinter Cell, the original. We have Chaos Theory, Double Agent, and Pandora Tomorrow. I'm not sure if that's all of them. I think they're making another Splinter Cell game. Supposedly, I think is going to be released next year, I believe. It's been a while since I played those. I actually do quite enjoy Splinter Cell. SXX on tour. Okay. Starsky and Hutch. Not a bad game. This is the double pack. You get the Clone Wars and Tetris Worlds. Then we have Star Wars Episode 3. Excuse me. Two of my favorite Star Wars games in the system. We have Star Wars Old Republic, or Knights of the Old Republic, and then we have Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 2, which is my favorite out of the two. The Suffering Ties That Bind. I think this is like a sort of manhunt type of game, survival horror. First person, I believe. Or maybe not. No, this could be like a third person. Superman Returns. SWAT. Siberia, which is, I think they just made the third one. It's like, I think this is like a point-and-click adventure game. Mystery type of adventure game. We have Terminator Dawn of Fate. The standalone Tetris Worlds. Then we've got Triggerman. Vex, which is like a sort of 3D collectathon. One of my favorite, probably my favorite actually, 3D collectathon sort of platformer game is Voodoo Vince. It's a lot of fun. Highly recommend this if you haven't played that yet. Another one of my favorites on the system is The Warriors by Rockstar Games. Had quite a bit of fun. This is a nice brawler, and they really nailed the atmosphere of the movie. Highly recommend this. I know they remastered it recently. You can get it on like PlayStation Network, but they really need to remake this because I think it's a classic for the Xbox. Then we have Without Warning. And last but not least, Reckless, the Yakuza Missions. They just released another Reckless game. I'm not sure if it's connected to the series or not. But yeah, there you go. My very small, very meager Xbox collection. Yeah, if you have any questions, let me know. I am going to be definitely filling in a lot of titles that I don't have over the next year. Hopefully I'll have doubled my collection by the end of next year. And my OG Xbox, my original one, is actually in pretty bad shape right now. The tray doesn't work. So if I play an OG Xbox game, I'm probably going to play it on my One S if it's compatible. And there's a decent amount of titles that are compatible. I recently played Knights of the Old Republic on there, and it looked really good. It was upscaled and looked decent. So yeah. I'm missing some must-have titles. I'm missing Fable, which is probably my favorite Xbox game, at least exclusive. loved Fable. I've played it many times. I've actually played most of those games. I think I've played every game in the series except for Journeys. But yeah, thanks everyone for watching. I am Controller Cramps. Remember to keep it sleazy.